So today I'm starting off with two papers. One is this holly and berry paper from the Tim Holtz Christmas paper pad, and one is this plaid paper, and that is from the Simple Story 6x8 paper pad. Now I'm scrapbooking this one 3x4 photo. It's just landscape, and I'm using this coaster, which is up at the top there, and it's got some gold flecks on it. But I'm not using it as a coaster. I figured that it would go great in my December daily. That Wood and Mary came from the Target Dollar Spot, and the photo is actually of what came in the stocking from my boss at work. She gave us each a stocking with our initial on it and some goodies on the inside. And just like most of my, if not all, of my December stories in this album, they're just little snippets. So the full story will be in my chronological 12x12 album, and that'll include photos of all of us. We had a breakfast and a Secret Santa and a good old time. Now I wanted a little bit of contrast between the photo and this holly and berry paper, so I went into my Christmas scraps and I pulled out this black paper, and it has like sparkly ornaments on some like curly lines. And you really can't tell what's underneath of it, but I do like the contrast that it gives between those two papers. And I had actually taken this photo this particular way so that I would be able to overlap some of these die cuts and little fun bits over it. But I didn't know exactly what I was going to do there. I knew that there was going to be something overlapping, but I wasn't sure exactly what. So I'm just going through my little box of goodies off on the side, and I'm just trying to figure out what looks best and what I want and where I want the gold to go and the metallics and how everything's going to go. So I pull out the sticker sheet, and I decide to go with this label. And I realize that I don't really like it the way it is. Like, I want the green to be on the bottom here shortly. So that's going to take a minute to switch around. And I'm just trying out like little bits and pieces. Like, I know I want these things and I think they all look cute together, but it's just a matter of making them the way I want them. So I pull up the label, and since I printed this photo at home, that adhesive of the label really sticks to the photo. So the only thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of adhesive on the top of it and flip over the label. And there we go. Add a little bit more adhesive there where it doesn't have any stick. And then I'm going to layer that little gift box there. And I think I want to put that there, but then I changed my mind. I'm like, nope, you're not going there. And I just write something like secret work Santa, because Santa's down there, so I think I write secret work Santa or something like that. I mean, that really, those few little words tells you everything you need to know. Like, it's a work Secret Santa, obviously. And I'm just trying to figure out like what other little fun little bits I can put on here and what'll look cute and what'll look good, and without like doing some sort of obnoxious Christmas overload, even though I'm okay with obnoxious Christmas overload in my December daily. It's just a matter of getting some things on there that look good. And I really like these bright red stars, and the stars came from, I don't know if it came from the Target Dollar Spot or Hobby Lobby, honestly. It was something I picked up recently, but I don't remember where I was when I got them. And this little bit over here gives me a fit because I'm trying to figure out what'll look good. And I end up going with a sticker and the Christmas tree. Now on this, I know that this coaster is overlapping on the plaid, and I know that I'm going to have that Mary word down there. And it's just a matter of figuring out where I want to position everything. And I figure I need to back that number 8 with some pattern paper. So I don't want it to be like an obnoxious pattern paper or something really light or bright and loud. I want it to be something light. So I just use my Creative Memory Circle Punch to punch out on this little 3x4 card. And I'm careful not to punch the deer or the little banners up at the top because I'm thinking I might want to fussy cut one or the other one of those out and use it later on in my album. So I just go ahead and get that situated, and now I have my 8. And I have to say, I'm really liking using the same numbers. I used the same numbers in my 2015 December Daily album, and I really like it. I really like the way it looks. And then in 2016, I went with different numbers. Like I used a variety of them, and I like the look of it, but I like the continuity of the same numbers. And just doing like different things to them. I really like that look a lot better than my 2016 album for myself. And I also like traditional colors, maybe with a little bit of this blue thrown in just to break it up a little bit. But I really, and like a lighter green instead of like the hunter green, but I really enjoy traditional Christmas colors. So I'm layering up these die cuts and some acrylic pieces, and that acrylic piece is a gold bow that came from Fancy Pants. And I know I want to put a word on there, but I'm not exactly sure where. So I figure I'm going to put it up at the top there, but I'm going to need to add something. Like, it's going to need a little bit of extra up at the top just to give it a little bit of pizzazz, because there's a lot going on down here in the bottom left. So I go ahead and add some hearts before I figure out what I'm going to add onto that little tiny word up there. And I'm flipping through and trying to like kind of figure it out, and I decide to go with these KI Memory rub-ons, and these rub-ons are pretty old, so I wasn't even sure if they were going to work, and they worked a little bit too well because as you can see, I was too lazy to get my little rub-on tool. Part of the rub-on that I didn't even rub on had rubbed off as well, so I just like picked that off. And then the little rhinestones that were to go on top of the hollies lost their sticky, so I just said, forget this. And then I just laid that holly jolly on the top. So that's day 8. Thanks for watching, and hope you're enjoying your countdown to Christmas as much as I am. I'll see you guys soon.